Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are starting a brand new series, the fifth lord in all 12 houses. In Vedic astrology, the fifth house is one of the most joyful houses in the whole chart. It represents your creativity, your intelligence, your children, romance, past life merit, and the things that make life feel truly alive and worth living. So now let's look into fifth lord in the first house. So the first house is the house of yourself, your body, your personality, and how you naturally show up in the life. So when fifth lord is in the first house, you are someone who makes life more interesting just by being there. Your creativity, your intelligence, your playfulness, these are not things you switch on and off, they are just you. People are drawn to you because there is a genuine spark about you. You think differently, you express yourself naturally, and there is a joy in how you engage with the world that others find refreshing. Also, past life merit supports your personality in a real way. Like, things tend to work out for you more than you might expect. Strengths: naturally creative, intelligent, and expressive. You carry a real joy and playfulness. Your strong past life merit means life open ups for you in a way that feels almost lucky. And children and students respond to you very naturally. You connect with them easily. Challenges: you can be overly self focused. There is a tendency to take risk or speculate without thinking through the consequences. And romantic life can be intense and a bit unstable. What to work on: give your creativity some structure and discipline. Before any big risk or speculative decisions, take a proper pause and think it through. And in romance, let things develop at a natural pace. Now let's look into all 9 planets as the fifth lord in the first house. So if Sun is your fifth lord placed in the first house of your chart, then you are confident, bright, and naturally commanding. You are a born performer and a leader. You have a strong sense of personal pride that motivates you well. If Moon is your fifth lord in the first house, you are emotionally creative and deeply intuitive. You are very nurturing and empathetic, but your mood shift. But your inner richness is genuine and deep. If Mars is your fifth lord in the first house, you are bold and enthusiastic. You are passionate about creative ideas, and you act on inspiration immediately. So you have this kind of fire inside you, so that needs to be channeled productively. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the first house, you are sharp, witty, and intellectually alive. You love learning, writing, and sharing ideas. You are one of the quickest and most clever communicator. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the first house, you are wise, warm, and genuinely generous. You carry a natural blessing in the personality. You inspire others by simply being present and authentic. If Venus is your fifth lord in the first house, you are charming, artistic, and romantically expressive. You draw people in through beauty, warmth, and grace, and you are naturally gifted in any creative field. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the first house, you have a serious and disciplined creative personality. You take time to develop fully, but become like your personality or your creativity will take time to develop fully, but it will become very deep and lasting. You have real creative gifts, but they just need patience. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the first house, then you have a unconventional and magnetic personality, and you have obsessive creative drive that pushes boundaries, and you express yourself in a way that feels original and sometimes edgy. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord of the first house, you are quite brilliantly and spiritually creative. and your past life intelligence surfaces effortlessly. You are not showy, but the depth is hard to miss once people spend time with you. Fifth Lord in the second house. The second house is the house of wealth, family, speech, and what you accumulate over time. So, when the fifth Lord is in the second house, you are someone whose intelligence, creativity, and ability to express yourself are directly tied to how you earn. Whether it is teaching, performing, writing, or content creation, or any form of entertainment, the more you invest in your gift, the more money tends to follow. And your speech is naturally engaging and expressive, so people enjoy listening to you. And this is a real financial asset in any field where communication matters. Strengths. You earn genuinely well through creative work, teaching, or any talent-based field. You are expressive and engaging speaker. Your family background often supports and values creativity and intellectual development. Challenges. You could spend impulsively on pleasures, experiences, and things that bring joy. Your income tend to come in waves rather than steady stream. Your family financial matters can get tangled up with children or romantic partners, so try to keep these separate and clear. What to work on. Build the habit of saving a fixed amount before spending. Be intentional about monetizing your talent, and keep all financial matters with family members clear and documented. All 9 planets as fifth lord in the second house. If Sun is your fifth lord placed in the second house in your chart, then you could earn through leadership, performance, or authoritative creative work. You have a proud family name connected to intelligence and talent. If Moon is your fifth lord in the second house, income is tied to emotional expression, care, or nurturing work. Family wealth is connected to mother's side. Your voice is warm and healing. If Mars is your fifth lord in the second house, you could be aggressive and competitive earner through creative fields. You could have bold and direct speech. You fight hard to build financial security through talent. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the second house, there could be multiple income streams through writing, teaching, or content creation. You are a witty and persuasive speaker, and you could earn through intelligence. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the second house, you could earn wealth through teaching, counseling, or sharing wisdom. You could be generous with family, and you will be a deeply trusted speaker. If Venus is your fifth lord in the second house, there could be income through arts, entertainment, or beauty related fields. You could have charming and melodic voice. Your family has an artistic or refined quality. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the second house, there could be slow but steady wealth through disciplined creative work. You are careful and serious with money. You build lasting financial foundation that do not collapse. If Rahu is associated with fifth lord or second house, there could be unconventional income through niche creativity, digital media, or technology. You could have magnetic and persuasive speech. There could be sudden financial gains through unusual talent. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord in the second house, income flows quietly from past life skills without much effort. Your speech is sparse but carries real meaning. You could be somewhat detached from accumulating money despite being capable of it. Fifth lord in the third house. The third house is about courage, siblings, communication skills, and short travel. If fifth lord is placed in the third house, you are someone who creates best when you are actively doing something like writing, speaking, practicing a craft, or putting ideas into the world. Siblings often share your creative energy or support your creative pursuits in meaningful ways. and you are generally not shy about putting your work out there. Strengths: you are a gifted writer, storyteller, or creative communicator. Like, words and craft come naturally to you. Siblings often share the creative spark or provide genuine support for your creative path. You are not afraid to put your work out into the world. Like, you have the courage to express yourself. Challenges: there could be too many ideas and not enough follow through. Restlessness pulls you from one creative interest to the next before going deep. And children or romance can feel neglected when all the energy goes into creative projects. What to work on: practice finishing things, like complete one creative project before starting the next. Pick one or two creative fields and go really deep rather than spreading across many fields. And be present with the people you love. All 9 planets as the fifth lord in the third house. If Sun is your fifth lord in the third house, you could have bold and confident creative voice. You lead through expressive communication. Your siblings share leadership energy or creative talent. If Moon is your fifth lord in the third house, you could have emotionally rich creative output. You write and speak straight from the heart. You have close, nurturing bond with siblings. If Mars is your fifth lord in the third house, you have high energy and boldness in creative work. You are great at physical performance or hands-on craft. Sibling dynamic is competitive but ultimately productive. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the third house, you are brilliantly sharp and multi-talented. There could be overflow with creative ideas. There could be income through creative writing, content, or communication. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the third house, you could be a wise and inspiring communicator. You create and teach with natural generosity. Siblings genuinely benefit from your guidance and warmth. If Venus is your fifth lord in the third house, you are beautifully expressive in arts, music, or performance. Your creative output is graceful and pleasing. Sibling relationships are warm and affectionate. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the third house, there could be discipline and serious. You could be disciplined and serious about creative process. You could have expertise built slowly through consistent effort. Sibling relationships are reliable and long-standing. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord in the third house, you could be obsessive and unconventional creative communicator. You thrive in new media, digital content, or cutting-edge creative fields. Sibling dynamics are intense but often transformative. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the third house, you could be intuitive and spiritually deep in creative expression. Past life skills surface through writing or craft without much effort. You could be detached but quietly and genuinely brilliant. Fifth lord in the fourth house. The fourth house is about home, mother, inner peace, and emotional foundation. When the fifth lord is placed in the fourth house, you are someone who creates best when you feel emotionally settled at home. A warm and comfortable domestic life does not distract from your creativity, it actually feeds it. Your mother has likely played a significant role in nurturing your intelligence and your love of learning or the arts, and your home is genuinely a joyful place. Children, family gatherings, and the warmth of domestic life bring you real happiness. Strengths. You could be deeply creative and intelligent, with roots in a warm and nurturing home environment. Your mother's influence on your creative development is real and meaningful. You find great joy in home life, like children, family, and a comfortable home bring genuine happiness. Challenges. Creative energy can stay at home and not go out into the world. There is a talent here that deserves a wider audience. Comfort and attachment to home can hold back growth and risk taking. And your happiness is too tied to the state of the home. Like, when your domestic life is unsettled, your creativity suffers. What to work on? Actively share your creative gifts with the world beyond your home. Take some creative risk even when it feels uncomfortable, and build a sense of inner stability that does not depend entirely on the home being perfect. All 9 planets as the fifth lord in the fourth house. If Sun is your fifth lord in the fourth house, pride is expressed through home and family. Your mother is a strong creative influence. Property and children bring recognition and status. If Moon is your fifth lord in the fourth house, you will have deeply emotional and intuitive home life. There could be very close bond with mother. Creativity is best nurtured through comfort, safety, and emotional peace. If Mars is your fifth lord in the fourth house, you could have energetic and protective home environment, active and passionate parent. You renovate or build the home with real enthusiasm and drive. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the fourth house, you could have intellectually stimulating home. You learn and create from home naturally. You could have communicative, lively, and mentally active family environment. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the fourth house, you could have blessed and wisdom-filled home, a wonderful parent and teacher figure, property gains alongside deep inner happiness. If Venus is your fifth lord in the fourth house, you could have beautiful and harmonious home, artistic, romantic, and joyful domestic life, deep happiness in children, and home comforts. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the fourth house, you could have disciplined and structured home. Happiness comes slowly, but it is very solid and lasting. Responsible and patient as a parent figure. If Rahu is your fifth lord, or if Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the fourth house, there could be unconventional or foreign home environment. There could be unusual relationship with children. Creativity thrives in private or non-traditional domestic settings. If Ketu is associated with your fifth lord or the fourth house, there could be spiritually peaceful home, detached but deeply loving parent. Past life connection with children feels very natural, familiar, and comfortable. Fifth lord in the fifth house. The fifth house is about creativity, children, intelligence, romance, and past life blessings. When fifth lord is in the fifth house, you have an abundant and natural flow of creativity, intelligence, and joy. Ideas come easily, talents show up without force, and life tends to bring opportunities that others have to work harder to find. And your bond with children is also one of the real blessings of your life. It is deep, joyful, and genuinely mutual. And romance is an important thread through your life. You love and feel deeply, and past life merit is strong here, which means good luck is not random for you. It is something you have genuinely earned in previous lifetimes. Strengths. Exceptionally creative and intelligent. Like ideas come naturally and abundantly to you. You have strong past life merit. Like life tends to open doors for you in ways that feel almost lucky, and you are very blessed with children. And romance is beautiful and important part of your life experience. Challenges. Overconfidence is a natural talent. The gifts are real, but they still need work and discipline to reach their full potential. And speculation and risk taking feel comfortable but can lead to real losses. And you could be self-indulgent, too focused on pleasure and personal joy at the expense of responsibility. What to work on? Add discipline and structure to your natural talent. Be genuinely careful with speculation and gambling, and balance your love of joy and pleasure with responsibilities to others. All 9 planets as fifth lord in the fifth house. If Sun is your fifth lord in the fifth house, you could have radiant and confident and naturally commanding creative presence. You are a born performer or leader. Children are a source of immense pride and joy. If Moon is your fifth lord in the fifth house, you are deeply intuitive and emotionally gifted, very close, loving bond with children. Creative output is rich, heartfelt, and deeply personal. If Mars is your fifth lord in the fifth house, you are passionate, bold, and competitive in creative pursuits, great at sports, performance, or any physical creative field, very energetic and enthusiastic parent. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the fifth house, you are brilliant and multi-talented. You have a brilliant and multi-talented mind. You are a gifted writer, teacher, or communicator. You are overflown with ideas and creative intelligence. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the fifth house, um, you are exceptionally blessed. You have great wisdom, creativity, and genuine happiness. You are wonderful with children. If Venus is your fifth lord in the fifth house, you are beautifully artistic and romantic. You have deep joy in music, beauty, and creative expression. You would have a very happy and meaningful love life. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the fifth house, you are disciplined and serious in creative development. You are a deep, careful thinker. Creative achievements build slowly but become very solid, meaningful, and long lasting. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the fifth house, you could have an obsessive and genuinely original creative drive. You could have unconventional approach to romance and children. You are brilliant in cutting edge or unusual creative fields. If Ketu is your fifth lord or Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or fifth house, you are naturally gifted from past lives. Skills and intelligence surface without effort. Spiritually creative and quite brilliant. You have deep karmic bond with children that feels ancient and familiar. Fifth lord in the sixth house. The sixth house is a Dusisthana house, the house of obstacles, competition, illness, and daily service. So when fifth lord is in the sixth house, your creativity does not flow freely without resistance. You may face competition in your creative field. You may experience setbacks with children or romance, or simply find that your intelligence keeps getting pulled into solving problems rather than expressing joy. So strengths. Creative intelligence is used effectively in practical, service-oriented, and competitive fields. You could be resilient and tough. You bounce back from creative setbacks. You are good at using intellect to solve real problems and beat genuine competition. Challenges. Creative pursuits face more friction, delays, and resistance than expected. Children or romance may involve health concerns or ongoing difficulties that need attention. Intelligence can become combative, like there could be a tendency to argue or compete even when it is not necessary. What to work on? Use your intelligence in service of others. So this is where it finds its best expression with this placement. Choose your creative battles wisely. You need to remember that not every obstacle needs to be fought, and pay attention to children's health proactively, not reactively. All planets as fifth lord in the sixth house. If Sun is your fifth lord placed in the sixth house, your ego battles through creative competition. Courage and confidence grow through overcoming real rivals. Wins genuinely respect through hard and honest effort. If Moon is your fifth lord in the sixth house, you are emotionally sensitive to creative rejection or setbacks. You heal others beautifully through creative or nurturing work. Inner peace is found through service. If Mars is your fifth lord in the sixth house, you are fierce competitor in creative or intellectual fields. You thrive when there is a clear challenge to beat. Intense focused energy. You have that intense focused energy when working creatively. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the sixth house, you have sharp analytical mind used in service field. Income comes through legal, medical, or technical creative work. You are able to navigate obstacles with intelligence and calm. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the sixth house, wisdom and ethical character protect you from the worst of displacement. You find joy through dharmic service. Your intelligence is used to genuinely help others rather than compete. If Venus is your fifth lord in the sixth house, you seek beauty and harmony even in difficult or competitive environments. Income comes through wellness, beauty, or aesthetic service work. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the sixth house, you are slow and disciplined in creative development despite obstacles. You build real and lasting expertise through sheer persistence and patience. If Rahu is associated with the sixth lord or the fifth lord or the sixth house, then there could be obsessive work ethic drives. So there could be obsessive work ethic that would drive creative success over competition. There could be unconventional approach to competing and winning. There could be hidden opponents or rivals in creative fields. So, and if Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the sixth house, then there could be past life karma around creative struggle being consciously resolved. You could find joy through service and genuine detachment from outcomes. A fifth lord in the seventh house. So seventh house is about marriage, business, partnerships, and public dealings. When fifth lord is in the seventh house, you are someone whose creativity, joy, and romantic feelings are most alive when you are in a close relationship. Partnership is not just about companionship for you, it is genuinely where you do your best creative thinking. Your spouse is likely to be creative, intelligent, and someone who matches your intellectual and romantic energy. And creative collaborations and business partnerships are built on mutual joy and talent strengths. Your spouse or partner is often creative, intelligent, and genuinely inspiring to be around. Creative collaborations and business partnerships work very well, and romance is beautiful and important thread throughout your life. Challenges: you can fall in love too quickly, which can lead to impulsive relationship decisions, and children matters can get complicated by partner involvement, and restlessness can creep in once the early romance of relationship fades. What to work on: let love develop at a natural pace. Invest genuinely in the depth of your partnership, like grow together, learn together, create together, and build creative projects with your partner. All 9 planets as fifth lord in the seventh house. So if Sun is your fifth lord in the seventh house, your spouse is confident, accomplished, and well regarded. Your marriage brings status and pride. Your public life and creative work benefit from a strong visible partnership. If Moon is your fifth lord in the seventh house, you could have deeply romantic and emotionally expressive partner. The emotional bond fluctuates, but it is genuinely beautiful. Partnership is very much tied to feelings and emotional resonance. If Mars is your fifth lord in the seventh house, you could have bold and passionate partner. You could have intense and exciting romantic energy. When in harmony, the combined creative output is very powerful. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the seventh house, you could have witty, clever, and intellectually well-matched partner. There could be great creative business collaborations. You would find joy through smart, stimulating, and playful partnership. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the seventh house, you could have a wise and genuinely generous partner. Marriage brings happiness and real spiritual growth. Creative collaborations are fortunate and meaningful. If Venus is your fifth lord in the seventh house, You could have deeply romantic and beautiful partnership. You could have artistic and creative spouse, and you could have very harmonious, joyful, and aesthetically rich married life. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the seventh house, there could be serious and karmic partnership. Romance builds slowly but becomes very solid and lasting. Your partner brings discipline and real depth to the creative life. If Rahu is linked with the fifth lord or the seventh house, then there could be unconventional or foreign partner. There could be intense electric and unpredictable romantic energy. Also, there could be unusual or cutting edge creative business partnerships. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the seventh house, there could be spiritually connected partner with a strong past life familiarity. You could have deep but somewhat detached love. The partnership carries a genuinely soulful and meaningful quality that feels older than this lifetime. Fifth lord in the eighth house. The eighth house is one of the Dushisthana houses. It is the house of transformation, hidden things, inheritance, and sudden events. When fifth lord is present here, your creative intelligence and your joy in life is drawn toward what is deep, hidden, mysterious, and transformative. You are not a light or easy creative person. Your intelligence naturally goes toward the complicated, the hidden, the psychological, and the intense. Research, investigation, occult sciences, deep fiction, transformative art, these are the territories where your creativity feels most genuine. Strengths. You are deeply insightful and research oriented. Your creative work carries real intensity and transformation. There could be possible gains through inheritance, occult knowledge, or hidden and unexpected sources. Challenges. Your romantic life can go through sudden, intense, and painful changes. Children matters may involve complications, delays, or health concerns. Creative output can be misunderstood by mainstream audience. What to work on? Channel your natural depth into a specific area of mastery, like research, psychology, transformative art, or deep creative writing. Be more open and transparent in romantic relationships, and do not hide your creative way. Put it out, put it out there, even if it takes time to find its audience. All 9 planets as fifth lord. So if Sun, like fifth lord in the eighth house, so if Sun is your fifth lord placed in the eighth house, then identity is transformed, your identity is transformed through creative crisis or hidden power struggles. There could be gains through behind the scenes authority or creative leadership. If Moon is your fifth lord in the eighth house, you could have psychic and emotionally deep creative mind. You could have intense hidden emotional life. Income can come through healing, intuitive work, or deeply personal creative expression. If Mars is your fifth lord in the eighth house, you could be fearless in high risk or intense creative fields. You may work in surgery, crisis management, or physically intense performance. There could be sudden and powerful creative breakthroughs. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the eighth house, you could be brilliant researcher, analyst, or investigative writer. Your mind goes straight to what is hidden or overlooked. There could be income through psychology, forensic fields, or deep analytical work. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the eighth house, you are protected from the worst of this placement. Philosophical growth is possible through creative crisis. There could be gains through occult knowledge, ancestral inheritance, or wisdom-based hidden work. If Venus is your fifth lord in the eighth house, there could be hidden romantic or unconventional relationship patterns. You could have deeply transformative and sometimes haunting artistic expression. There could be gains through partners' resources or shared assets. If Saturn is associated with the fifth lord, like if Saturn is your fifth lord in the eighth house, There is a chance of long and karmic creative journey. There could be slow but very profound transformation of intelligence over time. Your patience eventually bring deep, lasting, and recognized mastery. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the eighth house, there could be obsessive interest in hidden, occult, or forbidden creative territory. There could be dramatic and sudden changes in creative direction. There could be intense karmic patterns in romantic relationships. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the eighth house, there could be past life creative wisdom that surfaces through hidden and unexpected channels. There could be mystical and spiritually profound creative expression. You could be genuinely detached and from recognition or external reward. Fifth lord in the ninth house. The ninth house is a Trikona house. It is one of the best houses, and it represents luck, father figure, higher wisdom, religion, and long journeys. So when fifth lord comes here, you are someone whose creative work is not just entertaining or clever. It carries meaning and wisdom. You are a natural teacher, philosopher, or inspired communicator who uses what you know and what you feel to uplift others and serve something larger than yourself. Your father figure or guru figure is a real blessing in your life. They are often someone who genuinely shaped your intellectual and creative development, and long journeys or exposure to different cultures and philosophical and immense cultures and philosophies add immensely to your creative depth. Strengths. You are a natural teacher, guide, or communicator of higher knowledge. Your father or guru figure is a blessing and pure source of inspiration in your life. Creative work carries wisdom and meaning. Challenges. You can become overly philosophical. There could be a tendency to push your wisdom or beliefs onto others. And restlessness could be a real pattern. You could be always searching for next big idea, belief system, or philosophy. Children or romance may involve physical distance, travel, or different belief systems. What to work on. Share your wisdom freely, but hold the outcomes loosely. You need to understand that your job is to offer, not to convert. And stay rooted in one place or practice long enough to build something lasting while you explore ideas. And honor your relationship with your father consciously. It could be your father or any father figure. So whatever its history, there is something important there. All 9 planets as fifth lord in the ninth house. If Sun is your fifth lord in the ninth house, you could be a bold and authoritative teacher or creative leader. There could be fortune through father's guidance or prestige. There could be career in philosophy, teaching, or public creative leadership. If Moon is your fifth lord in the ninth house, you could be intuitive and emotionally rich. You could have emotionally rich philosophical expression. You could have a spiritual mother figure or nurturing mentor who could shape the creative path. There could be income through teaching, counseling, or spiritual travel. If Mars is your fifth lord in the ninth house, you could be courageous and energetic in pursuing higher knowledge. You could be passionate and active teacher or reformer. There could be income through adventure, mission-driven, or law-related creative work. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the ninth house, you could be gifted writer, translator, or publisher of philosophical or educational content. You could have sharp mind, which can communicate wisdom in ways they are accessible and practical. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the ninth house, you are exceptionally blessed. You could have great wisdom, teaching ability, and philosophical depth. You could have a strong father figure or guru blessing, and you could have a real and lasting happiness. If Venus is your fifth lord in the ninth house, there could be income through spiritual arts, sacred music, or refined aesthetic philosophy. You could communicate wisdom in a graceful and beautiful way that people receive as a gift. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the ninth house, you could have a disciplined and deeply patient philosophical approach. Karmic rewards come through years of honest dharmic living and genuine service. You could be a late blooming teacher, but deeply respected when the voice finally emerges. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the ninth house, dharma is found outside mainstream traditions. You could have an unconventional philosophical or creative path. There could be a bold and often controversial. You could be a bold and controversial communicator of alternate wisdom and ideas. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the ninth house, there could be past life spiritual merits that brings recognition as a teacher or guide without seeking it. You could do liberation-oriented creative work. Your expression is spare but profound and genuinely meaningful. Fifth lord in 10th house. So the 10th house is about career, public reputation and authority. If fifth lord is in the 10th house, you are someone who belongs in a career where your talent and your intelligence are visible and valued. Writing, performing, teaching, designing, creating, any field where you do it, any field what you do is genuinely inspired. And your professional reputation grows through the quality and originality of your creative output. And past life merit quickly supports the career. Like for example, right opportunities tend to show up at the right time. Strengths. Career built on genuine talent and creative intelligence, not just routine or technical skill. Public reputation grows through creative, intellectual or inspired work that people genuinely value. Past life merit supports the career. Challenges. Career restlessness wants to do too many creative things at once and struggles to commit to one direction long enough. Impulsive professional decision made from excitement rather than planning that can damage a reputation. And home life and rest can be sacrificed in the chase for creative success. What to work on. Commit on one creative professional direction long enough to truly master it. Before any significant career move, plan it properly and schedule rest and home time as seriously as you schedule your creative work. All 9 planets as fifth lord in the 10th house. If Sun is your fifth lord in the 10th house, you could have prestigious career in performance, leadership or creative authority. Professional reputation is genuine and deep source of personal pride. If Moon is your fifth lord in the 10th house, you could be emotionally driven and personally invested in career. Public image is warm and creatively expressive. Career in care, arts, education or public emotional expression is possible. If Mars is your fifth lord in the 10th house, you could be ambitious and bold creative leader, or you could have such creative career. Income through sports, performance, entrepreneurship or competitive creative fields. Fearless in professional pursuits. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the 10th house, you could be versatile and highly communicative professional. There could be multiple creative career paths through writing, teaching, media, content, and reputation is built on intellectual brilliance and wit. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the 10th house, you are respected and widely loved. You will have respected and widely loved career in teaching, counseling, or philosophical work. Professional reputation is built on genuine wisdom and real care for others. If Venus is your fifth lord in the 10th house, career in arts, entertainment, beauty, or design. Charming and graceful public presence. Professional life is genuinely enjoyable and fulfilling. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the 10th house, there could be slow and disciplined career climb in creative fields. Reputation is built over years of consistent and serious effort, and there could be lasting professional legacy that endures. If Rahu is associated with fifth lord or 10th house, there could be unconventional and sometimes meteoric career rise through disruptive or original creativity. There could be sudden professional shifts. Reputation can be polarizing but very visible and hard to ignore. If Ketu is associated with fifth lord or 10th house, past life creative skills surface naturally and quietly in professional life. You are drawn to research, spiritual or deeply niche vocations. You earn genuine respect without actively seeking recognition. Fifth lord in the 11th house. The 11th house is an Upachya house. It gets better with time. This house is about gains, income, social networks, elder siblings, and the fulfillment of desires. So when fifth lord is in the 11th house, you are someone whose creative talent and intelligence are consistently rewarded by life, especially through your network and the communities you are part of. Like the more generously you share your gifts, the more flows back to you. And elder siblings or well-established people in your network often open creative doors for you, and your creative desires, the thing you genuinely hope to achieve, have a strong and satisfying tendency to come true, especially as you get older and your connections deepen. Strengths: financial gains through creative work, teaching, content, or entertainment. Elder siblings or network connections genuinely support creative growth and open doors. Creative desires and life goals are frequently fulfilled. Challenges: spreading creative energy across too many groups and projects at once, so that ends up everywhere and nowhere, and overestimating how reliably network-based income will flow. You should build stable independent income as well, and your children matters can get complicated by the wider social circle or public-facing creative life. What to work on: invest deeply in fewer, more meaningful relationships rather than maintaining dozens of surface connections. Give your creativity generously to your community and build income sources that are stable and independent alongside your network-based creative earnings. All planets as fifth lord in the 11th house. So if Sun is your fifth lord and it is placed in 11th house of your chart, then you could have leadership in creative communities. There could be gains through bold public creative expression. Elder siblings are influential, well placed, and genuinely supportive. If Moon is your fifth lord in the 11th house, there could be emotional fulfillment through community and creative sharing. Income fluctuates with social confidence and emotional state. You will have warm and nurturing presence in social circles. If Mars is your fifth lord in the 11th house, you will be competitive and energetic in community creative efforts. There could be income through group projects, bold leadership, or community facing creative work. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the 11th house, then you could have wide circle of intellectually and financially valuable contacts. There could be multiple income streams through community communication, content, or teaching. And also you could have very rewarding business associations. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the 11th house, you have a generous and abundant creative network. There could be gains through wisdom sharing with communities. You will be widely loved and respected, like the kind of person communities look up to and support generously. If Venus is your fifth lord in the 11th house, there could be gains through arts, entertainment, or beauty communities. You will be well loved and appreciated socially, and creative network income flows naturally and pleasantly. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the 11th house, there will be steady and reliable gains through long-term creative networks that are built patiently. You will be a strategic community builder, and your elder siblings are serious, dependable, and long-standing. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the 11th house, there could be sudden and sometimes very large gains through unconventional creative networks. You have intense ambition within community creative efforts, and there could be unusual social circles that feel more like family than typical friends. If Ketu is your fifth lord in the 11th house, if Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the 11th house, then you'll be detached from gains even while consistently receiving them, and you are drawn to spiritual creative communities rather than commercial ones, and abundance flows from genuine past life merit without needing to be chased. fifth lord in the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of losses, foreign lands, isolation, spirituality, and the inner world. When fifth lord sits in the 12th house, your creativity and intelligence are drawn inward. So this is not the easiest placement for getting public recognition, but it is one of the most profound for genuine inner creative depth. So your best creative work does not happen in room full of people. It happens in quiet, in private, or in a foreign country, or in those hours when the world is asleep and you are alone with your thoughts and your imagination. And your creative gifts are real and deep. But they tend to flow toward the hidden, the spiritual, or the behind the scenes rather than the spotlight. So many great writers, meditators, researchers, and spiritual artists have this placement. Strengths. You will have a rich inner creative life. Your imagination and subconscious depth are genuine and extraordinary gifts. And creative work flourishes in foreign environments, or in the behind the scenes settings, or in quiet solitary spaces. And spiritual and meditative practices significantly enhance your creative output. So remember that silence is your fuel. Challenges. Creative work and talent may go unrecognized for a long time, or it feels like it is disappearing into a void. And children matters may involve physical distance, separation, or health concerns needing attention. A romantic life can be secretive, confusing, or involve sacrifice and loss. What to work on. Embrace solitary creative work as a genuine strength rather than a limitation. Put your creative work out into the world even when the fear of being misunderstood is real. Be honest and transparent in romantic relationships, because secrecy always creates more complication than it avoids. All 9 planets as fifth lord in the 12th house. If Sun is your fifth lord in the 12th house, your creative identity dissolves into private or foreign work. There could be income through behind the scenes leadership, or institutional authority, or creative work done away from the public gaze. If Moon is your fifth lord in the 12th house, you could be deeply imaginative and physically sensitive. Your best creative work is done in private and emotional silence. Your emotional and inner life is rich but hidden from most people. If Mars is your fifth lord in the 12th house, creative energy is directed into hidden, foreign, or confidential fields. There could be income through research, hospital work, or creative work done abroad or away from mainstream. If Mercury is your fifth lord in the 12th house, private writing or research-based creative work is the best outlet. Intellectual output is highest in solitude, and income through ghostwriting, confidential consulting, or behind-the-scenes communication is possible. If Jupiter is your fifth lord in the 12th house, there could be generous spending on spiritual pursuits, creative retreats, or places of quiet wisdom. And there could be income through ashrams, private teaching, or philosophical work done in private settings. If Venus is your fifth lord in the 12th house, there could be hidden romantic or creative life, a deeply beautiful inner creative world that not everyone gets to see. And there could be income through foreign arts, private aesthetic work, or creative expression done away from the public eye. If Saturn is your fifth lord in the 12th house, you could have disciplined and deeply purposeful creative life. You could be patient behind the scenes effort that takes time to be recognized. Your creative work gets recognized slowly but with real and lasting impact when it arrives. If Rahu is associated with the fifth lord or the 12th house, there could be obsessive subconscious creative drives. You may relocate abroad for creative or intellectual work, and this relocation often unlocks the most productive creative period. And there could be intense, restless pursuit of hidden or unconventional creative knowledge. If Ketu is associated with the fifth lord or the 12th house, This is the most spiritually liberated placement in the entire series. Creativity is surrendered to the higher power, and the individual simply becomes a channel. And expression is minimal but profoundly meaningful. There could be liberation through creative letting go and genuine non-attachment to outcomes. That's all for today's video. Drop your ascendant and the placement that felt most like you in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if this was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more Vedic astrology content. Thank you for watching and keep growing.